Whoever designed this boss should get fired. Like, genuinely stay away from the game and never cook again. For those unaware, this boss can inflict dizzy and it's very stupid and very unnecessary. There is legit no reason for them to do that. Like, I would somewhat be okay if someone Moko can cleanse and you're encouraged to pull her. Like, yeah, it would be scummy, but it's at least a reason. It's at least a reason why they would inflict dizzy, but no, Moko cannot cleanse. I think the only character that can cleanse is Marion, and you want to use her on the other side, because the other side you also need to cleanse. So I don't understand why they make this boss be able to like inflict dizzy on you, and it inflict dizzy on the 4th turn. It's somewhat okay if it's on the 1st turn, you can reset easily, but no, it's on the 4th turn, so it takes like 5 minutes to get there, restart if you get dizzy, waste another 5 minutes to get there, restart if you get dizzy. It's so dumb. Who made this boss? Please, just get out, don't cook anymore. The emotional damage is enough, and that's not even the only thing that this boss sucks. On the 2nd turn, they can use Marfredine, and someone will toll her, someone closer can get knocked down, which means that it really mess up the move queue, the highlight queue, everything. But at least the knocking down one, you can kind of work around it, change the highlight position and stuff. The dizzy one is just straight up stupid. But anyways, the effect of this fight is that when you heal with resonance, so someone Moko, you'll get 2 mental link stacks, and then if you get a max HP up, you get 4 stacks. And 1 mental link stack will increase your attack by 10%. Stack up to 8 times and they last for 2 turns. So Morgana can actually work here for your free-to-play option, which I'll show in the end of the video. And so the boss gimmick itself, it has the Vajra armor. So at the start of battle, you'll get 2 Vajra armor, and then it will get back 1 stack every turn. And each stack decreases damage taken by 15%. You can only remove it by inflicting a weakness damage to it. So anytime weakness damage, 1 more follow-up attack, highlight. It works. And then when Asura loses all the Vajra armor, your team will get a damage buff. So you actually do want to remove them every turn. So there is one thing annoying about this team, maybe around Moko's kit. The thing is, right, this Vajra shield thing can be removed by Moko's follow-up attack. But the thing is, a lot of times you only remove it after closer attacks, which is your DPS. So it becomes kinda useless because that means your team cannot get a damage buff, doesn't remove the stack. But yeah, I don't think there's really any work around it unless you use Wonder and you use a psychic move from Wonder to break it. But I don't think it's really worth doing that because you'll be losing a lot of buffs. And I don't want to test anymore because it's super tedious to try and like test stuff with this boss. But anyways, let's go with closer first. So she's of course our damage leader. We have skill 1, skill 3, highlight damage. Unfortunately, she gets knocked down, so you try to use a highlight 1st turn. Ideally, you want to use the 2nd turn, but you cannot because she's knocked down. If she's knocked down, you cannot really do that. There is another way, which is to swap the turn order to move closer before court. So court will move last. I tried that, wasn't able to get higher score. But anyways, the cards, Virtue Resolve, 4-star weapon, set screen. Our support, we are court. I don't think I want to explain anymore what court does. Show you the cards, first prosperity, 5-star weapon. You do need this for the rotation, start screen. Then Moko is going to be our healer, our sustain, in our way or means of getting the mental link stack as well as breaking the Vajra armor. It's just unfortunate that she cannot cleanse. I don't understand. So she can heal, buff with skill 2, skill 3 can do a bit of damage, can also debuff the opponents so they will take more damage. Highlight is useless, I won't be using this. Actually, it might be possible to use this actually. Maybe because I really cannot test it because of the RNG. It's just stupid. Okay, I think I keep rambling, but yeah, because using the highlight can remove the stack. Right, so one of the turns you can actually use this to remove the stack so that you don't have to worry about waiting for closer to break it herself, which is not ideal. Then we have the Victory Harmony set. It's a new one that I finally have. This one can really help her increase the damage taken from the opponents. It's not a guaranteed increase because it's like a 20% chance, 25% chance to do the follow-up, like extra follow-up damage from the 4 set piece. 4-star weapon, set screen. So our navigator is Okian. I'm using her here because I don't have Phoebe. And then I'm also using Win on the other side because you can really abuse one more on the other side because Joker can extra action, right? Which means you can keep triggering the one more, so you wanna increase that one more damage with Win's passive. So Okian is gonna buff the team, of course. We have a new card on her, Integrity and Labor. This will increase the stats of the team. 4-star weapon, stat screen. Now Wonders Persona, this is where the most interesting stuff is. So weapon, Glimmer for the blast damage, right? For closer. So I've tried using Masuku Kaja. I've tried using Moloch, this guy with Masuku Kaja. I use it because of the armor resistance, but I wasn't having any luck. I think I only got like 2 successful attempts in 15 attempts. That's like 13% chance. That's terrible. And like I said already, making rotation for this boss is absolutely tedious. So I tried to find another way to increase my chance of winning, reduce the chance of getting dizzy. what I was able to come up with is using Skadi and Makajamon, because you can inflict forget on the minions, because the minions are the one who DZ you. But there's a catch. You have to use 2 Makajamon in order to prevent the DZ, because what forget does is that they don't completely stop them from using the move. What this does is that it delays the turn, and since forget only lasts for 2 turns, you only delay by 2 turns, and you actually need to delay 3 turns in order to completely remove DZ. So you have to use Makajamon twice. So you need to land 2 Makajamon on both the minions. If you don't, it's still okay. You might want to gamble if you want. If you don't want, you can just restart the fight. And surprisingly, when I thought of this, right, I thought there's no way it's gonna do good, right? Because you waste 2 actions inflicting the forget. You know, when I was using the other Moloch guy, I was only using 1 Sumasu Kaja. So only 1 turn that we are wasting. So I thought there's no way forget is gonna do better. But surprisingly, it didn't do better, but it was super close. It's like only like a 60,000-80,000 points difference, which is super small. So I would prefer something that gets me less points but higher chance of completing than something that gives me more points and low chance. So with Skadi, there's about a 50% chance I can complete. So 1 in 2 battles, which is a huge increase over the 2 in 15 battles. Then the next persona, this one, the sword doesn't matter. We're not gonna use him, but we're gonna use Dominion for Cohesion and Rebellion to buff Closer for the damage. So for the turn order, Wonder has to be second. Actually, this rotation is fixed. You have to do this rotation, this turn order. It's because Wonder is going to be using a highlight on one of the turns to swap persona. So I need to be exactly second. I'll be doing the commentary over the battle itself, because it's just too much RNG. So let's go. So here's the fight. So the first turn, with Moko, we're going to use a skill 2 to buff Closer. Then with Rebellion, Closer to buff her. Or skill 2 Closer also. Then here you have to use a Closer's highlight. You have to use it here because she's gonna get knocked down on the next turn, unfortunately. One of the annoying parts of this fight, but you can still kind of work around it. Then the Moko full out attack, which will give her the mental link stack. And with skill 1, because you don't have enough tropical stacks of healing for Tropical Heart. Now we use a skill 3 Okian. Then we use skill 3 Moko. This will remove the stack. But we still have 1 more stack here, you can see this one. 1 more stack. Then we can Makajamon, pray for the landing, which we did not land, but I still decided to proceed and gamble. Then we use skill 1, this is good, because this will trigger the flout attack, which will remove the last Vajra armor. Which the entire thing will give us a buff. Now it's Q3 with Closer. Then with Q2 with Moko. So Wonder needs to be the second to move, so that on this next section, you can swap to Dominion. We use the highlight. Buff. Then we're gonna use Cohesion. Then Core skill 3. Sadly, it still has the Vajra shield thing, so that this damage will do a bit less. But it will still break it now because of this flow attack. And then we skill 3. It should do pretty big damage, since we don't have the Vajra. It doesn't have the Vajra shield anymore. Sadly, they attack Closer there. because of that, I cannot do a one more. And get easy. Thankfully, nobody got it. Now skill the Okean. Then we can use the skill 3 to knock down. And like I already said, Closer is knocked down already, so I cannot button pass to her. So I have to use Moko only for attack. Hang on, Rebellion. Skill 2 on Closer. And Closer wakes up, we use a skill 1. Sadly, we cannot use a highlight here because we don't have enough actions. It's very annoying because the reason why we don't have enough actions is because of Closer getting knocked down on the second turn by the Marfrey dying. And so we have to delay. Another workaround is of course the swapping code and Closer, but I wasn't able to get more points. But to be fair, I only tested it. I only have one successful attempt in like 10 attempts, so I'm too lazy to test it again. Then we use Makajamon here again and pray for the pocket. And only one of them got it. I think it's the same one that got it. No, it's the other one that got it, I think. So it will still, the other one will still use a DZ. Sadly. So I think I decided to still gamble a bit since I'm the last turn anyways. The last 2 turns I mean. And we use skill 3. And also remove the Virtual Armor. You can see that the Virtual Armor removes after Closer attacks. That's an unfortunate thing. If only we don't use Makajamon, then we can use like a Psychic move from Wonder to break it. That might be a decent choice, but we cannot, like, they're too lazy to test it out anymore. So no more, I'm done. Yeah, we skill 1, Okean. Gonna pause any video. And then we can skill 3. Then we can do a Cohesion. Core skill 3 for big damage. And then we can finally Closer highlight. And the last skill 3. And my last score is 3.4 million, which is actually pretty good considering the stupidity of the fight. And the highest I got was 3.52, which was a different rotation, and the difference is just so small, like 60,000 only. I feel like, yeah, it's fine. I would rather use an easier rotation to get a bit lower points. Before I show you the free-to-play team, I want to show you my thought process of doing this stupid fight. So this was the first rotation I made no success. I did like probably 6 attempts, no success. It was stupid, so I decided to change a bit. This to include the Moloch guy, which I explained, and give him Masuru Kaja, we use it on 3rd turn. And then I was able to get a little bit of success, like 2 in 15 attempts. I don't know if that's good success, that's terrible success actually. 3.5 million, which is higher than the one in this video, but I feel like the RNG is just too much. I don't think anyone will still gonna bother to even try this. But I thought of something different, which is using Skadi. And Skadi, this is the one in the video. Things are easier because we can inflict forget here, inflict forget here 2 times. Even if you miss one, there's still a chance that you will dodge the DZ because it's only, you only need to dodge like one DZ, right? So there's a higher chance of success. About 1 in 2 battles. That's pretty good. At least from my experience. Make sure to give Wonder the max accuracy, even accuracy to increase your chance. And then I also even tried something different, which is changing Cold and Closer order. This one. So usually you put Cold on the 3rd, Closer on the 4th. But I tried to swap it. And the reason is because closer can get knocked down, right? If she gets knocked down, you can only use the highlight here, assuming this is closer, because it's the last to move, right? And if you use the highlight here, you cannot highlight on the last turn, because you don't have enough time to cool down. So what you can do is you change it closer to the third, then you can closer highlight here, closer highlight here. And I even changed closest rotation also, becomes 3-1-3, 3-1-3, instead of regular 1-3-3, 1-3-3. I do that is because I can sync it with chord skill 3. Okay, imagine that if I put skill 3 here, skill 3 here, the skill 3 is gonna wall off here. Chord skill 3 is gonna do less damage because the summer hype state for closer has ended. But I changed it a bit. Same reason for this one also, skill 3 and skill 3 here. I thought this was gonna do better, but no. 3.3 million. I wanted to try it again. I think this is only one attempt, like one in like maybe 10 attempts or something. I wanted to try again because I want to double confirm the score, because I just feel like this rotation can do better. But I am not gonna do it again. This is a stupid fight. So yeah, so let's move on to the free to play. You replace Moko with Morgana for the rotation in this one. There's gonna be quite a big difference. Two big difference. Number one, we're gonna use Mona instead of Moko. Number two, we're using Linen Sieve. And the reason why you use Linen Sieve is because of her ability to hit twice and to defense debuff. So this is a passive here, so when you attack an opponent with defense debuff, she will attack another time. So if she attacks twice, it means that she can remove 2 stacks of the virtual armor, because she's the only way we can remove it, because we have no other psychic types on the team. So that's why she's very, very important here. And the extra defense debuff is very, very, very nice, 10%. Not like crazy, not as good as Maragunda, but still something, and it's definitely a budget option. As for Morgana, the Morgana is good here is because of the follow-up healing. You can heal with resonance, so when anybody falls below 70% and they attack or use skill or highlight, it will trigger Morgana's follow-up healing, and this will give you the mental link stack. As for the cards, I gave him Trust and Power for the extra attack buff, and you actually want to intentionally make him weak. So you want to give him like terrible cards, level 0 card, whatever. This is so that you can trigger the resonance more often. Okay, imagine that if you trigger the resonance once and then it fully heals your team, then it's not gonna trigger anymore. You want to trigger it multiple times in a turn to increase your mental link stack. And to do that, you need to make sure that Morgana heals less, so that there's more chance of triggering. Then 4-star weapon is the event weapon, stat screen. As for the rotation itself, I think that the rotation can still be improved quite a bit, because I feel like maybe you can use the cycle. This one is the Linen Sieve skill, signature skill. I feel like you can maybe just spam it here, right? You can keep removing the stack so that you can keep buffing your code at your closer. But I'm too lazy to test it again. I'm just tired. Another thing is that if you don't have Tropical Heart here, you reset, because there's a chance that you won't have enough. So Bonkada's rotation is skill 2 first, because you need to heal closer. You need to get her to 5 stacks of the heal to get Tropical Heart. Skill 2, then just 1-3-1-3-1. You might want a skill 2 maybe on some of the turns to heal, just in case if you really cannot tank or something. If not, 1-3-1-3-1-3 is fine. Then I say here, one more boss. The reason why I write this is so that you can remove another stack, because on this turn number 5, your closer is most likely going to be down because it uses Malfredine. So you want to knock down the minions, you want more the boss to remove another stack. And with this rotation, I got about 2.3 million, which is huge difference compared to the 3.3 million from Moko, which is expected because Morgana is not really that good honestly.